In this video, guys, I'm going to be talking about my $3,600 battery upgrade that I bought for my Sur-ron Ultra Bee. I bought this battery because I raced my Ultra Bee competitively and I needed the extra range. Right around 40 miles would be perfect. But is this battery big enough? I did some range tests. Let's find out. So starting off, guys, let's talk about the stock battery that comes in a Sur-ron Ultra Bee. The Ultra Bee comes with a 74 volt 55 amp hour battery, and I took this battery out to do some real world testing on it. The bike was completely stock, so I ended up doing multiple range tests all in sport mode, and my average range in those tests was in between 25 and 27 miles before the bike went into its limp mode. So actually 27 miles of range in sport mode for one of these bikes is pretty darn good. Most e-bikes can only get about 20 miles in high power mode. But like I said at the beginning of the video, when I race the bike, I need roughly 35-40 miles to complete the race. You could of course remedy this by buying an extra battery and swapping it mid-race, which would give you plenty of range, but swapping out a battery mid-race is kind of a hassle, to be honest. So what I decided would be a better idea was to reach deep into my pockets, and I mean deep, and go buy a huge battery that would be able to last the entire race. Enter this giant 72 volt 73 amp hour battery by Ewatt. It has a 42 kilowatt peak power with a peak amperage of 600. It is a monster. I got mine through Lithium Powersports. Shout out to Chad Turner, great group of guys over there. Highly recommend them. So I put an order in for one of these monsters, got it installed on the bike. It's important to note, guys, that in between my battery upgrade and my tire upgrades, my Ultra Bee went from weighing 187 pounds to 201 pounds. So it gained 14 pounds with my upgrades and my battery. After getting the battery installed, I took the bike out a few more times, ran it dry to see what average range number I could get out of it. And the average range that the battery pack was doing in sport mode was 30 to 33 miles, which is just shy of what I need for my races. A little disappointing, I'm not gonna lie. But Matthew, you may ask, I've seen you finish races on the one battery. How are you doing that if the battery doesn't have enough range? Well, fellow e-bike rider, there are a couple extra things that you can do to your bike for relatively cheap to increase the range pretty significantly. So what I have to do to get this battery to last an entire one of my races on one charge is that I actually race the bike in a medium power mode instead of a high power mode. I've also switched out my 48 tooth sprocket with a 54 tooth sprocket, and those two things combined significantly increase your range. So I went from getting 30 to 33 with this battery pack to 38 to 40, which is now enough to complete an entire one of my races. So overall, I am really happy with this battery pack. It does have a significant range increase from the stock battery. I've also been in contact with Ewatt, and they have told me that the new versions of these batteries are going to ship with 76 amps instead of 73, so there's a little bit of a range increase there. These Ewatt batteries ship in a 72 volt form and an 81 volt form, so honestly I'm thinking I might sell this 72 volt 73 amp hour battery and get one of the new 81 volt 76 amp hour batteries, which would then allow me to go full-blown sport mode the whole time, which would be fantastic. But anyway, guys, that's the end of the video. That's my findings with the 72 volt 73 amp hour battery from Ewatt. Let me know what you guys think down below. Is this battery worth $3,600? I don't know. Leave a comment.